Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's UKFN Ninja. Hope you guys and girls are doing alright, and enjoyed seeing those crazy videos earlier. So basically out on a walk down the old beaten path again. So anyway, I wanted to ponder a question on you, and it's in relation to do with the law and what the law says about this plant and how it is legal and all the rest of it. So basically, it was like back in the like 50s or whatever, they added this and kind of dealt with it as a narcotic. So it has no medicine value whatsoever. It's a narcotic, it just gets you wasted. And then in 1977 they created the Misuse of Drugs Act and added it to the schedule of prohibited chemicals. But they didn't just ban the plant, they banned the chemical compounds that are within the plant, stating that the plant, or hemp sativa, which has a psychoactive THC within it, is a narcotic, and it belongs on the Misuse of Drugs Act schedule as it's a narcotic of no medicinal value. So it was made illegal. You couldn't grow it, you couldn't buy it, and the drugs war has emanated out of it. It's all part of the worldwide drugs law, of which in this we're specifically talking about the UK. So it's a narcotic in the eyes of the law. Now, in 2007, the government passed an act called the Humane Medicines Act. The Humane Medicines Act is about medicines that a human being is entitled to take, and it includes things like vitamins and other such chemical compounds that are generally recognised as being good for people's health. These are all regulated to make sure that they're not fucked with and whatever, and people are allowed to access this. They can buy it over the counter, they don't have any issues. It's a chemical compound, it's fine. So there's this list. Then in 2011 the government recognised CBD as belonging on the schedule of lists on the Humane Medicines Act of 2007. So the Act was amended in 2011 to include CBD. Now, they did that on the basis of medical research conducted on the hemp sativa plant. That medical research showed that CBD is a beneficial substance for the good of man. So people should be allowed to just freely access it as they please, so on and so on. That's why we see all the oils and all of that stuff occurring. Now, the issue is that THC was also included in that same material that was provided to the government, proving CBD to have medicinal value, and it showed that THC and CBD, which are the two main components of this plant, work in synthesis. They work together, they hold hand in hand in the job they do. The problem is that CBD has been dropped out because THC is the bit that gets you sane. However, they work in harmony together, so all the crappy effects that you feel from the stupid ass street shit that you get, that's because the CBD has been taken out to the point that you start to get psychosis, you start to get all this stupid shit, because they have to work together. So, this is the quandary. If CBD, which is the main component, is proven to have medicinal value, and the same evidential material that you used to agree this also showed THC to have the same medicinal value because they work in conjunction. They're like separate, it's like at the moment they're separated twins. You're not getting full effect of the CBD without the THC to run alongside it. So it should rightly, by virtue of the fact that CBD is on that Humane Medicines Act of 2007, amended in 2011 to include CBD, should also say THC. So, that leads us back to the Misuse of Drugs Act. Right. So the Misuse of Drugs Act schedules any substance that's a narcotic that has no beneficial use to man. Now, there's an issue. It becomes contentious. You can't have a law that is superseded by another law and still active at the same time. It doesn't work. So, if they add THC onto that list, the plant comes off. The medical research that proves CBD also proves THC, so it should rightfully be on that list too. It literally takes a couple of word amendment to sort the whole situation out, which is already in contention as it stands. So, that's complicated. If you can understand what it is that I just said. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, it needs to be sorted out, and then it can come off the list and people can stop, having to buy the stuff off the streets, which causes people who are selling it on the streets, who are generally unscrupulous individuals, pushing harder drugs on people. Therefore you don't get addicts. But I don't know, it seems like it's in the government's interest to make sure there is addicts, so they keep street dealers pushing that stuff while selling weed illegally because it's on the black market, when actually all they need to do is change a couple of words, because it's a business interest to keep it going like that or something. I don't know, the government would have to answer that, I guess. But yeah, it's the United Patients Alliance in the UK trying to get the plant released and freed for the purpose of actually healing people and stopping people who are actually sick from suffering as badly as they do. And if it was done properly, it could be a wonderful thing. People could have jobs growing it. It's a very useful plant. In fact, you can make a huge industry out of hemp. Who would have known? Who would have known? But it's all been made illegal. So all those jobs, that'd be awesome for this country, wouldn't it? Yeah, anyway. So hopefully, with some sense, during this review that's apparently going on with cannabis, maybe they might figure out that the Misuse of Drugs Act and the Humane Medicines Act of 2007 are in contention with each other, so which one supersedes the other? Because you can't say that a plant has no medicinal value in one act and in a whole nother act say it does have medicinal value. So which one is it? Is it yes or no? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's fun. Fun and games. So I thought I'd tell you this. It's a bit of a mission of a thing to kind of say. But I think it might be useful. But put it this way. Even if they legalise it, this plant is actually hit up by two laws. It's not just one law on this plant. You also have the cultivation of hemp, which is an offence. That's all hemp, industrial or hemp sativa. So it's already controlled. So say, for example, they say, yes, we will decriminalise it. It will still be an offence under the Cultivation of Hemp Act to grow it. So, I mean, to be honest with you, it puts it in a bit of a safe place for the government when they're dealing with it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's controlled. From that point they can regulate it to say, right, we mandate it must have 50-50. It must be half and half THC, half and half CBD, which will be better for everyone anyway. So then they say, like tobacco, they have all sorts of legislation for tobacco. They just apply that same legislation straightward sideways upon to the bud. You say this type of cut, this type of grain, this type of strain, this like that is taxed according to this, that, blah, blah. You have more tax revenue coming in, for one, if you could stop putting it in, if they could stop putting it in their pockets for a minute, there'd be some. But that would come in and would help. I mean, I don't know helping yourself isn't the one, helping the people is the one that they're meant to do, but they seem to do helping themselves a lot more. Yeah. So we'll see. I don't hold any kind of particular hope too much. I'm hopeful that it will happen, don't get me wrong, but if the government did and cared, then why did they do the things they do? So it must be clear that they do these things because they don't care. I mean, it's like someone slapping you in the face. They slap you in the face. Do you care about me? Yes. Slap you in the face again. Do you care about me? Yes. How long are you going to be slapped in the face accepting that they care about you? So, I mean, well, they're saying they do care about you, so why are they slapping you in the face all the time? So, I mean, it's all fun. It's all fun. So I don't know what you think about that. It's a bit of interesting legislation, I'm sure. But yeah, something to ponder on, I guess. Anyway, UK Film Ninja. See you all next time.